You good?
Facebook and Instagram, or just Instagram?
Facebook and Instagram, God willing. Work. You can see.
Is it on Swami Bhajanananda?
No, the Instagram, yeah, there is. Bhajanananda.
I see it on Facebook.
No.
On Facebook?
Instagram.
No,
Not
on
on
Instagram, yeah.
I didn't do Instagram again. Okay. Well, we're trying.
There's a rave happening. Record for a second there. It's fully shut.
What happened?
It's flickering a little bit.
Do we need to switch the light or?
We can sometimes if we turn it down just slightly. That will last a little longer. Microphone okay?
I think so. We think we got it all set up until the last minute and something comes up. That is. Too many passwords.
Keep it going.
Okay, it looks like we did it. Jai Shri Guru Maharaj Ji ki Jai. Om Mangalam Gurudevaya Devi Matriksha Mangalam Mangalam Bhakta Vrindevyo Sarva Lokaya Mangalam Stapakaya Shradharmasya Sarvadharma Sarupine Avatar Varishtaya Ramakrishnaya Mangalam Om Sarashiva Samarambam Shankarachara Majmamashmarachara Prayantam Bande Gurum Paramparam Om Sarashiva Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwara Guru Deva Param Brahman Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Om Bhadrakali Namo Nityam Saraswati Namo Namaha Veda Viranga Vedanta Vijastana Evacha Sri Ganesha Shar Guru Bhyo Namahari Om Jai Ma Jai Ma Jai Ma. A few minutes late.
Microphone's okay?
Is it okay from your side? Microphone loud enough? Oh. So we've been continuing our discussion on I think the series is called Principles of Bhakti Yoga. So we've discussed foundations, pillars of Dharma, the foundations of spiritual life, the yogic disciplines and the devotional tradition, and within Bhakti Yoga. I think last couple weeks ago, what was it? It was Bhakti as the goal of life. We talked about the 4 goals of life, and specifically reading the teachings of Narada Muni, conversation between Narada Muni and Vyasa. Vyasa, after organizing the Vedas, writing the Puranas, the Mahabharata, was not happy and depressed, and he was depressed. And Narada Muni, his guru, the guru appeared and told him, "It's because you have not emphasized bhakti, and because of your description of the Vedas, you've made it sound like the Vedas make it sound that there's 4 goals of life, right? Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha, right? And you never mentioned bhakti, right? And so maybe that's why you're depressed. Of course, that's why he was depressed. And so that was we focused on those teachings last week. So I want to continue with some teachings of Narada Muni, because Sri Ramakrishna specifically said in Kali Yuga, the path of, he said Naradiya Bhakti, the path of bhakti as taught by Narada, specifically. And we talked about who Narada was and also his backstory, how he became Narada Muni as a Devarishi. And so his teachings are throughout all the scriptures, and his teachings are elaborately described in the Srimad Bhagavatam, probably what Sri Ramakrishna is pointing to, the Bhagavat Dharma tradition of chanting and the Bhakti Yoga tradition is taught by Narada. So, but there's also a text called the Teachings of Bhakti Yoga as taught by Narada, called the Narada Bhakti Sutra. Just like we have, and so the sutra, like we're familiar, many of you are familiar, maybe, at least heard, the Patanjali Yoga Sutra. And so most schools of thought have sutras, right? And so sutras are the bare minimum. Usually there is very little grammar. It's like how, it says that I think Painini himself says, or maybe Patanjali says, to remove 1 syllable, right? One from a sutra is like the birth of a child. Like it brings so much joy. I mean, they really try the bare minimum, right? So, and it's meant to have commentary. The sutra is meant to have a bhasha, the commentaries, right? So, but within Bhakti, so there's Vedanta Sutra, there's Yoga Sutras, there's Sankhya Sutras. Every school of thought has sutras, right? And so Bhakti also has a set of different sutras, different collections. So the most famous one is by Narada Bhakti Sutra. There's another one called Sandaliya Bhakti Sutra that I'm also familiar with. We'll quote that one tonight also. But I want to maybe read a few things from those texts. But the title of this week's discussion is, what is it? Bhakti is the essence, right? Right. I think Bhakti is the essence. So that's a direct, I think, Amikananda is not here, but I think it's Bhakti Shar, right? Bhakti is the essence. That's the exact Bengali, Bhakti Shar, right? And so Swamiji sent me this morning, or this afternoon, I think. Yesterday? This morning. Wow, that's what it was. As you know. A section from the Kathamrita, from his translation. And he's talking to Pandit Shashadhar, and he's talking specifically about pilgrimage. And we all love pilgrimage, right? But the point is, what's the point of pilgrimage? Right? Like, so that's his point. It's like if you don't get the real reason of pilgrimage, tonight's lecture is called Bhakti is the Essence, so I'm going to give you a hint. It may be Bhakti, it may be the essence, the purpose of pilgrimage, right? But if you don't get it, then you've lost, you've done something, but you didn't get the essence, right? So Pandit, sir, how far have you gone on pilgrimage? Right, Sri Ramakrishna, yes, I've seen a few places, smiling. Hazra has gone very far and climbed very high. He's been to Rishikesh. I haven't gone that far and climbed that high. Now he's teasing Hazra, which if you're familiar with the Kathamrita, Hazra is an interesting character. So he's gone higher, and obviously he has not gone higher and gone farther than Sri Ramakrishna, but he's gone. Maybe he was proud of going all the way to Rishikesh. I'm proud of going all the way to Rishikesh. Right. But then he says, okay, well, he's gone very high. He's gone up to the Himalayas, right? Rishikesh, right? He says vultures and kites and vultures soar very high, but their gaze is fixed on the dumping ground, right? So they go so in other words, he's saying you go very, very high, but where was his mind, even in the Himalayas, right? And you see now there's, have you been to, anybody here been to Rishikesh? Okay. They chill their beer in the Ganga when they're whitewater rafting. This is what's happened. So you can go very high, but where's the mind on low things, right? You know what the dumping ground is? So where is our mind? What's the dumping ground? Is it kamini and kanchan? This is translated lust and greed. In the old translation is woman and gold.
Maybe by dumping ground there's a Bengali, I forgot the Bengali term, but it's specifically where it's not, they dump everything, including like the carcasses of dead animals, and then vultures come and that's why the vultures are looking a nice carcass.
But they fly you see vultures, they fly so high. The higher up they go, why they get a good view of dead things. It's something dead and dying things. Right? It's a thing, we can go very high with our mind on the kamini kanchan, on worldly things, right? If you can acquire devotion while sitting right here, right? What's the need of going on pilgrimage? I went to Kashi and saw the exact same trees, the exact same tamarind leaves. You went to Kashi, the same trees are there, same trees are here. If you've gone on pilgrimage and haven't acquired devotion, this is bolded in the original, then going on that pilgrimage was fruitless. The purpose of the pilgrimage was getting devotion. Then he says, devotion is the essence. That's where that line, famous line, devotion is
Bhakti
shad. Thank you. The only thing, and he says not only is it the essence, then he qualifies it more, the only thing necessary. Right. So I've given 4 or 5 talks on all these other things necessary. I misled you a little bit. Right. Actually, the only thing necessary is bhakti. You know what kites and vultures are? They are a lot of people who talk big talk. They say things like, we're performing many of the rituals mentioned in the scriptures, but meanwhile their minds are attached to materialism, to money, fame, prestige, physical pleasures. They're busy with all these things. Pandit. Yes, sir. Going on pilgrimage is like throwing away the Kastaba jewel and then wandering around looking for diamonds and rubies. Kastaba jewel is what Krishna is, a jewel that Vishnu has on his chest, the most valuable jewel ever, right? It's a sign of Vishnu, right? So you've thrown away the most valuable jewel and you're looking for gold and rubies and things like this, right? And then you think you go on all these pilgrimages. What are you looking for in the pilgrimage exactly? Sri Ramakrishna, and he continues. And you should know this one thing: you can give 1,000 instructions. They won't bear fruit until it's time. Right? When a child is being tucked into bed, they tell their mother, "Ma, will you wake me up when I have to go poop?" The mother says, "Hey, Baba, as soon as you have to go poop, you wake yourself up. Don't worry about that." It's great. Swami is a famous line. Swamiji has given a more accurate translation. And I feel the call of nature. The way a kid would talk and the way you talk to a kid, right? Right. In the same way, yearning for Bhagavan happens at just the right time. So this is a very nice line. Because we're thinking, it's like, well, I don't have that strong devotion, I don't have devotion yet, like that. No, when you'll wake yourself up. When you need it, you'll wake yourself up. I like that. That's I've forgotten that line. So anyway, so Sri Ramakrishna says that bhakti is the essence. And one, it's the essence, and it's the only thing necessary. Right? 2 important points, right? So I was thinking, like, oh, what a great topic for a talk. And like, what am I going to say about it? We're thinking, well, what is the essence of what? Right? We're thinking, and we'll go back to this line through the next couple of weeks as we develop it and go through some of Vivekananda's discussions on some of these points also. But I think it could be as the goal of life from our last meeting, right? The purpose of life, the goal of life is bhakti from that perspective, right? And therefore, it could be the essence as the goal of life, the essence of maybe not. Okay, we use the term goal, purushartha last time, right? But now he's not using goal; he's using essence, the most essential thing, the most basic thing. So maybe it's the essence of life. And you see, bhakti is a special type of love, but even just, you can't say just love, because love is, you shouldn't ever say just love. Love is something very special, right? But imagine just a life without any love. That it seems to be not worth living. Actually, people who don't have love often don't stay living, right? Or if they don't think they have love, they don't stay living. It's unbearable, right? So love is essential, right? For sure, right? Or the essence, right? But also, but Thakur's talking about like the purpose of going on pilgrimage. This is our spiritual life, our religious life. So obviously the purpose of we can extend it to the purpose of religion, or the purpose of our spiritual life, or the essence. We use the word essence better. Is devotion. I have my list ontological, right? And I'm going to leave this to further maybe next week's discussion, right? Because it's like it's everything exists. Swami Vivekananda shows that everything exists is actually searching for love and freedom. These two things, right? So we'll go back to that. But even simple ontological, it's like why, what is that reason of life? Like why is there something instead of nothing, right? And so everybody comes up with an answer to this, right? And religions come up with answers to this. And so this is the devotional religions that come up with this have revealed this answer, is that because God wants love, right? He or she, right? It. Actually, in the verse I'm going to read by Narada, he doesn't say, because you often in Vedanta when we really abstract, you say that, right? He says this, which is very intimate, so this, rather than he, she, it, whatever you want to think, this, something very intimate and close, right? So this view is that the one, right, even though the very famous maybe Rig Veda verse, we're trying to remember it and didn't write it down, but that the one thought, right, the one, was only one, the thought, clearly the one can think, right, and the thought, I am one, right, let me be many, Buddha, right, so so the one wanted company and became many, right. So this is attributing a motivation for ontological existence, right? And maybe we should be a little bit nervous of assuming God's emotional life, right? Or that we're hyper anthropomorphizing. I get it right? I was close, right? Human motivations onto something beyond. But actually, and that's the point. I have no problem thinking this way, right? That's what we're doing. Fine. I have no problem. Guilty, no problem. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a very natural thing, right? Right. Even the Tantra say that because God is beyond thought, we attribute, we think something about it, so that we can think about it. Otherwise, how do we relate to it? So it's not a crime. It's a natural thing to do. But the devotional traditions often say is that no, the reason it's not that we have emotions and therefore we're superimposing them upon God. It says we have emotions because God has emotions. Like our source, we don't have something that our source doesn't have, right? Our source has it in perfection. We have it in limitation, right? Right. So this is a little bit. I'm poking at this type of way, right? That God wants. You could say God is love. That's a beautiful statement. That's one of the only. Actually, I don't know if you know, in the New Testament, there's only 2 or 3 emphatic statements about God. That's one of them. Right, that's an underlined verse, and God is love. That's a direct a definition or emphatic statement, right? So that's a beautiful thing, but God also wants love. That this is the thing, perhaps. So maybe this is just exuberant. The traditions that are exuberantly emotional, right? We actually scholars even call it emotional bhakti. There's different types of bhakti. We're talking emotional bhakti, Bengali, the Bhakti movement bhakti of Mirabai and Chaitanya. And like Ramakrishna and the Namdev and like this, right? These particular traditions, right? With that exuberant devotion, emotional, they would of course see everything in this way, right? So it's natural. The foundations on which they reason, the theological reasoning are based upon extreme emotion, right? In Christianity, sometimes the view is, and it's also a beautiful view, and we have that view, and it's part of the Hindu view also, and the Bhakti view is that we also like need God's. We're happy when we're in God's love. That's a very common thing. You can imagine that's a thing that you probably heard. You know, if we open ourselves to God's love, to experiencing God's love, right? That itself is a type of reciprocation, right? So, but this is so maybe that's a perfect theological statement. God's nature is love, and we're happy when we're loving God. When we I said it again. See, you can see what side of the view I am. Right, that by accepting God's love and being in God's love and feeling God's love and really accepting, because that's the problem. We don't always accept, right? But this is intensifying it. We're like, maybe we feel God's love or not. Maybe God loves us or not, right? It's like, but here the impetus is for us to love, right? That not only that we need to feel God's love, that's okay, but we need to love God. That the Bhakti tradition. The emotional Bhakti tradition ramps this view up. We're happy when that we have to love God, right? And because God's hungry for that, and so hungry for that He gives Himself when we have that. Right. So we'll go back to, before going to Vivekananda Narada Muni's definition. We almost every week we've quoted sort of Vivekananda. We're kind of basing ourselves on Vivekananda's opening statement in his Bhakti Yoga talks. Bhakti Yoga is a real, genuine search after the Lord, a search beginning, continuing, and ending in love. One single moment of the madness of extreme love of God brings us eternal freedom. But then he continues. He immediately starts defining He immediately starts defining Bhakti through Bhakti Yoga Sutra. Oh, Narayana Swami. It's okay. I'm ready. Will you? Namo Narayana. All right, great, good fortune, Swami. So we're talking some Narada Bhakti Sutra verses. Will you speak on Narada Bhakti Sutra? We have them for a good opportunity for us, Swamiji. This is perfect.
Not perfect.
It is very perfect, Swamiji. We got very excited, Swamiji. I can even show I have a few verses here, Swamiji. We started, Swamiji, with Thakur's statement of Bhakti is the essence, right? And then we're thinking, what is the essence of what? You know, the essence of life and religion like this. But then it's like, well, but what does he mean by Bhakti? Is it Naradiya Bhakti? So it was like a little bit how Narada is defining Bhakti. So a few verses. You can give back. This is expert exegesis. We got very excited when we heard you were coming. So that's why we just said, no, start talking. I was going to have tea instead. Will the verses be helpful for somebody? I only have 4 or 5 verses, the opening verses, in the transliteration and translation. So, sorry, those who don't know, this is Revered Swami Sarvadevananda, Senior Spiritual Head of Vedanta Society of Southern California. And we're always very happy when he's in the area. He almost never doesn't stop when he's in the area, so we're very happy. Usually once a month. You got it?
Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayasritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. So, I intervened that talk.
We've done this to him many times. First time it happened, oh, Swamiji, you're just in time for the satsang. He says, what satsang? Your satsang. Goes, oh.
So, it is always to think about, Sri Ramakrishna said that in this age, Kali Yuga, Bhakti is the easiest way. We talk about, Sri Ramakrishna said that there will be Vedanta, we talk about Vedanta, but in this Iron Age, he said, Kolite annagata pran. Our life is centered around physical body and its needs and its necessities, and so it is very difficult, those who have the dehatma buddhi, that means who have the idea that I am the body, for them to practice non-dual Vedanta is a very difficult task. It is not impossible, but very difficult task. And that is, that's why he says, Ramakrishna used to encourage Kolite Naradiya Bhakti. In this Kali Yuga, Bhakti we have to practice. Devotion is very natural instinct in us. We love so many objects, so that is very natural. Mind goes for those objects. My eyes want to see something beautiful, ear want to hear something nice, tongue is to taste something. So all the senses are there, but how that can be, we love this and love this, but we do not know whom we love. We actually love that God who is behind everything. So how to know that, to keep this idea, then bhakti becomes so matured. It is like seeing Brahman everywhere. What is it, the first verse? Bhakting Bhakkhasamba, I will now and tell you the bhakti. And the second is Satu Asmin Parama Prema Rupa. This nature of bhakti is that in this means what is this? That is the subject. This is God. Simply we can say God. And what is God? God is only Saguna, God is only Nirguna. Ramakrishna broke all these barriers. He is Saguna, he is Nirguna. That's why even Ramakrishna's evening prayer we call Nirguna Gunamaya. He is again Nirguna, beyond all gunas. Again he is Gunamaya. And they worshipped through the attributes we worship. So God here, Athato, this is the Parama Prema Rupa. Asmin, Sa means that devotion, to, but Asmin in this reality, in this divine entity, or you call God, or Satchidananda, Ananda, which is pervaded everywhere, the love for that. And its essential nature is nectar. That means to dive our mind into the nectar of the supreme bliss of God. That's called bhakti. So here we find that our instinct is naturally, we love something or other in the world. No one in the world, even the person who is a serial killer, he also loves something. Swami Vivekananda says that mother gives her life for the child out of love. The thief steals out of love. When they will get some money and do something else. So there is love. So how that love can be directed towards God, that is the main sadhana of this bhakti sadhana. And that is very spontaneous because it is easier, we have that only to channelize. Ramakrishna said no. One lady, Ramakrishna suggested, you think of God day and night. She said, no, I cannot. I have one nephew. And one nephew, then he said, yes, your nephew, you think of your nephew as Gopala. That's a big advice. Vedanta says, give up. Not this, at the very beginning. How can I give up? I have my attraction for so many things, how can I give up? But he said that no, you are not to give up anything, but you add. This is the beauty of bhakti. Ramakrishna said, you think of God day and night, and she said, I cannot. Very natural. I have a nephew and no one to look after, so nephew is my heart and soul. So what to do? Okay, now you bathe the nephew, think that you are bathing Lord, Narayana, or Krishna, baby, Gopala. You are feeding the baby, you think that you are nurturing Gopala. So you are doing the same activity. And instinctively you are attached and you are duty bound. So it is, everything is okay. But it is doing for what purpose? To serve Gopal. So we are offering in the temple the same offering to Ma, or whatever Krishna, Rama, everyone. So here everything is offered in the same way. This is called the Bhakti, and it's matured Bhakti can do that. So it is a practice we can do that. That's a realistic spirituality, that it can be done by us. Vedantic truth, the absolute truth, non-dual truth, that's the ultimate goal. Bhakti also merges into God. Bhakti is such an element, it unites. Also Sri Chaitanya said, no? When Rai Ramananda, he went to the South India, Sri Chaitanya went to South India and then wanted to learn about Bhakti. And Rai Ramananda was the teacher. And there he said, he was saying, could you teach me what is Bhakti? And then how Ramanandaji took him step by step and saying that what is Bhakti? Sadharma palan. You do your responsibilities of day-to-day life. And that will lead you to purity of the mind, and that will then dharma will be dropped off, your love will generate more, then you do ritual, puja, selfless work, and then everything, then ultimately you are serving God. And then what the end result of service of God, he said, what is the last end? That that Bhakta will merge in Bhagavan. Then at that state, na sa ramana, na hama ramani, duhu mili eka peshala jari. That's the last. And Rai Ramananda was astounded too, that Chaitanya is asking something beyond, tell me beyond, more you talk about Bhakti. And Bhakti ends in that union of the Supreme. So Jiva and Brahman one, exactly that idea. I am no more the lover, or you are not my beloved. Two become one. Duhumili eka. They have all conjoined into one unit, and that is the reality of Brahman. Well, he didn't say Brahman, that is the state, and this is the last stage, and nothing can be said after that. Silence. That means the lover and beloved, when they become one in such tremendous pure sense of purity, then both lose, and what remains, that is indescribable truth. So, Bhakti ends in that, and Bhakti's journey is a great journey. We can start from, as Ramakrishna suggested, and also Bhagavad Gita and this Narada Sutra will tell us, Tadarpito akhilo acharata. Narada Bhakti Sutra, we read towards the further verses. Tad arpito akhilo acharata, tad vismarane parama vyakulata. Now you forget God, you will be feeling the pangs of separation. Your heart will be restless. I am missing him. Tad vismarana, if you forget God but for a moment, tad vismarana, parama vyakulata. It is a restlessness. Param is supreme restlessness, as if you are losing your life, as if you are missing something which is impossible to get into any other resource. And when you reach that, kastarati maya, there you reach that state of perfection and that state of joy, limitless joy. So here, how by the practice of this discipline, that seeing, serving God in tad arpito, akhilo achar, akhil means all types of. You're breathing, you're eating, you're sleeping, you're walking, you're doing any work. Tad arpito, everything is given to Bhagavan. I offer it to Krishna, I offer it to Ma, I offer it to Ramakrishna. That every thought, every idea, whatever is coming, that is to be given to God and God alone. So, Bhakti, actually, this makes the mind so pure and easy, singing. So, Bhakti Narada Sutra says that, so Kirtayanta, this repeating the Lord's name and glories of God, Sigravavi bhavati. God appears in the heart of the devotee. So sigra means quickly. Quickly, God appears in the heart of the devotee. Sigra. So this is a simpler path, easy path for all of us who are ordinary level. And I cannot say I am not the body, because I know if hunger comes, I feel hungry. Sleep comes, I am dozing off. Pain, agonies, someone says some few bad words or something, I feel so sad and depressed. Someone says you are very good, I get elated. So long I have everything connected with the body and mind, it's very difficult to say I am not the body, not the mind, I am the Atman. Principle is correct, truth is correct. That's why Ramakrishna said, Advaita Gyan, Ashale Vede, tie the Advaita knowledge in your, at the age of your crop, like that people tie the what is called the keys. In household women, in India, they keep that means that is your store, all stock. Advaita Gyan. Keep that Advaita Gyan in your pocket, in your mind, in your understanding. But Ja Ichha Kar means whatever you do think that it is your serving God, serving God, serving God. So this is a easier sadhana than that of the dry path of spiritual. Vedanta is not also that dry, but it's so sweet. Vedanta is
Vedanta is not dry, but Bhakti is more juicy.
More juicy. Bhakti is double juicy. Because Bhakti is on only love, and love is always joyful, cheerful. And we can reach God in so many ways. How to reach? This, it says that, the verses I'm forgetting. We can sing the glories of God, you can chant the name of Lord, you can dance in the name of God, so that there are so many ways to connect with God so easily. See, to keep your mind in Vedanta, I'm not the body, not the mind, is such a serious task. Versus, if someone says, let us come and sing, and we sing and dance, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, or Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma. See how we forget the whole world. In a moment, our mind is just switched from one level to the other level. So this is the beauty of Bhakti. Bhakti is a spontaneous thing. It is easy for us if we can follow the channel of devotional practice. And it can be applied in every moment of our life. But it should not be thought that it is something material. It is all spiritual. Because devotion means duality. Duality means love. Love means people sometimes make a mistake for human love. Human love and divine love, there is little difference. Human love is only little bit of that absolute love. The same in Ananda, only little, a drop of the ocean of love. So, love is the same. Ramakrishna said about that, what is that? Brahmananda, Bhajanananda, and Vishayananda. No? Vishayananda, Bhajanananda, and Brahmananda. Ananda is the same. Only it is coming through the Vishaya. It percolates through the Vishaya. That's why it becomes diffused and diffused and diffused. And we also perceive through our mind, filtration of our mind, our intellect, our ego, our senses. It gets diffused, 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 diffused. When it reaches us, we get only few little touch of that joy. And then it goes away in a moment. That's why, but bhakti, if we can practice with the one formula, tadarpito akhilo acharata, if we can give our all achara, all behavior, all our adoration, all our worship, to thinking that I'm doing for God, doing for God, doing for God, that is become all surrendered to God, giving everything to God, whatever, I have nothing. Dharma, there is nothing remains there. That everything is given to God, because that is the only subject where we can offer our love. So this devotion, which is the easiest path, and can be practiced by Nama Jap. We can repeat the holy name of God. We can chant loudly, kirtan, bhajan, kirtan. and anyway to keep the mind whole day into God. So we heard that that lady who was Ramakrishna suggested that you try to see Gopala in your nephew, and he used to do that. He used to do Gopala, he's bathing Gopala. He's thinking that he's no more my nephew, but he's Gopala, Gopala, Gopala. So all the time Gopala, Gopala, Gopala. Her mind becomes saturated in Gopala thought only. Huh? So this is the achievement is done. He has not to renounce anything, he has not to be a monk, or he has to give up anything. What he was doing, she only turned the attitude that Ramakrishna suggested. So this is very wonderful tool for our life to think. Swami Akhandananda Swami is a Brahmagani par excellence. No? She is Ramakrishna's disciple, and Swami Vivekananda used to like him very much, Akhandananda. And when he was wandering days, he went to Murshidabad near West Bengal, and there is a big famine was going on. And then people are dying out of food, crisis of food, and all emaciated. So no one to take care. So he started collected some orphan boys, and then started serving them. But they served as puja, worship. What he did, he collected them, and he used to take care of these children. They are 5, 6, 7 years old, they are 8, 9 years old maximum. So he has to feed them, he has to bathe them, he has to clothe them. So all the activities he was doing, no? And when he used to bathe these children, he used to chant the mantra. This mantra what he do in our puja. Sahasra Shirsha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat Sabhumin Vishyato Vritya Atta Tishtadda Sangulam. The highest mantra of the Vedanta, when pouring water on the head of a boy, an orphan boy, he is chanting the mantra of what we do in our puja on God. It's a living God. That means it is say, my beloved is in this child. So this philosophy is the practical application. This bhakti should be practical. Application is so sweet and so encouraging that this Swami Akhandananda did that service to the orphanage as serving God. No? So that's the bhakti. It is not that we feel our life is really two segments. One segment when I am in the shrine room, I am spiritual. When I come out of the shrine room whole day, I don't get any time. I was busy with this job, that job, that job. But here, this bhakti school is teaching us, no, that is your spiritual sadhana. This is also spiritual sadhana. It is your beloved Lord has taken this so many forms, so many ways, and you serve them. And by that, it will be achievement of the spiritual journey will be complete. In our Shiva Jnana Jiva Shiva, the whole Ramakrishna ashrama, mott and mission is established. It is Lord Shiva, you are worshipping Shiva. But you are doing Jiva, looking at the human personality, but God is in them, God is in there. It is the sadhana, practice, and where it can lead, it leads to the highest experience of this oneness with, and the intense love. But bhakti has a special aspect of it. It has a little emotion added more, and it make as you said, that is juicy. But spiritual sadhana is also always can be made juicy by Thakur said that, Swamiji also said, no, to make the spiritual life juicy. He said that I shall give you dry hard reasons. Dry hard reason, Vedanta. It is not, it is not, it is not, it is dry, it is temporary, it is impermanent, it is this, that. Dry hard reason. Softened in the sweetest syrup of love. Now that reason, material, put into the syrup of love. This is the love. Love for God. Why are you doing? Why this unreal real? Who is the real then? Real is God. And what is unreal is apparently what you see. Soak it in love. All your actions should be directed That's why karma is coming next. When every karma, it will be only to reach that goal, to enjoy that sweetness of love. So I shall give you dry hard regions, softened in the sweetest syrup of love, made spicy with karma. When you cook, it becomes little spicy, no? Sizzling sound comes. And when you are working together, you fight each other, or anger, frustration comes. But it can be because of the softening of the spirituality and with the reason behind, and then cooked in the kitchen of yoga, meditation, no? So bhakti actually brings all this together. If you love someone, you unconsciously you analyze in your mind. You are not aware of it, but you have analyzed. That's the best for me. That means if 20 things come before you, you know whom you love, that person will be very special to you. You know, in the eye of love, everything is beautiful. In the eyes of a mother, a blind child may be called Padmalochan. Blind child also in the eyes of mother, my child's eyes are like lotus. In the eye of love, everything becomes beautiful, everything becomes charming. So this karma, bhakti, jnana karma, that if we follow the bhakti path, it always includes jnana, because our love should be centered around one object. We know this is the best for me. People select so many ways of reaching wisdom and knowledge in the world, no? He said that I will be studying, say I will study history, I will study philosophy, no? That philosophy means other subjects are there, but he or she is understand mentally that is not best, this is the best for me. So when love comes, you know which is superior. So love for all objects is superseded by the love for God. So it's bhakti. So you are doing Vedanta, discrimination, permanent, impermanent, what is eternal, non-eternal. That underlying analysis is done unconsciously. That is the viveka, vichara. And then when you do, you love someone, what is the spontaneous thing? Would you not do something for him? In our human love, what happens? If we love someone, I want to feed him, I want to do something for him, no? Karma comes very spontaneously, and karma becomes sweet. If one does karma, karma is dry. It is a duty. It is a duty, is a destructive thing. We get tired of duty. But when mixed with love, it is no more duty. Duty becomes a wonderful, choicest object of our life to achieve. A mother loves the baby. Whole night, baby is sick. Ma is awake, and doing so much service, and feels fulfilled. At least I have served my child, no? So karma becomes karma yoga. Only if we know that it is Divine Mother I am worshipping, or my Kali I am worshipping, or my Rama I am worshipping, whatever language you put there, but the love brings your karma yoga. Love is bringing karma as karma. And I love someone, then what's the next thing? Whole day, you love someone, you think of him. If someone says, I love you so much, but I never think of you. That cannot be. That is impossible. If you love anyone, you will be loving. And love at first sight, what happens? That time love is so intense. Day and night they are talking about phone and calling 20 times. Even 20 times calling, they will feel that, oh, I have not talked enough. Because that is the point. Love brings that meditation. Meditation becomes easy if we love. So that's why Really, love, even Vedanta love. Vedanta love does not mean, what is that Shankara says now? To love, but does not mean only loving Saguna Brahma. Loving Nirguna Brahma is also love. Why one will choose the path of Vedanta? Unless he loves the Vedantic principle. So love is the key point of all our very existence. And that love can be directed towards this idea, then all the other four aspects, three aspects, karma, karma yoga, jnana, automatically will do because he is my Ajay, he is my ideal. Look at that, Hanumanji. Hanumanji and Rama, no? Garuda came to Hanuman, Ramji, and said, could you please show your divine form? Oh, Rama, I know you are the Narayana yourself. Can you show your divine form? Then he said, okay. He was pleased and he was so happy then. Then Garuda tried to call his friend, Hanuman, and then telling that Hanuman will be happy to see the Rama. Rama is not Rama, he is the Lord Narayana. To have that vision. So he went to call upon Rama, hey Hanumanji, hey, now Rama has agreed to show his divine form and he show the Narayana form. So please come. But he is a devotee of Rama. What he said, that it is your business, you go. I am not going. I don't want to see anything but Rama only. I know. This is called the one-pointed love and intense love. He said that Srinathe Janaki Nathe. Srinath means the Lakshmi Natha. Sri means Lakshmi. Lakshmi Natha, Narayana. And Janaki Natha, Janaki's husband, Masita's husband is Rama. Aveda, they are one. But Paramatmani, they know they are Paramatman. Tatapi Mama Sarvasya Rama Kamalalochana. Ram is my only point of attraction. But Ram, this knowledge, this is called Bhakti. Para Bhakti, two types of Bhakti is there. One Bhakti is that what we do every day, but ritualistic Bhakti. You do the puja, you do offer flowers, this, that. And Para Bhakti is that love for the Supreme. So Rama, knowing Rama to be the Lord of God of the universe, Paramatma, Supreme God, but still yet my love goes for Rama. And then he did not come to see the divine form. So, but he has the full knowledge. This bhakti, parabhakti means we should have this bhakti, what Swami Ramakrishna says, the Advaita knowledge in your neck. But it is, we know Rama, we know who is, she is all the Satchidananda Brahman, who is Shuddha Brahma Paraspara Rama. But my Rama is this Rama, and I want to see the Rama form only, not any other. So that oneness will bring, ultimately love for that oneness will ultimately bring, make a perfect life of spiritual life. To withdraw the mind from the world, to put in one focus, that is the sadhana. Meditation will be spontaneous. If we can love God, our day-to-day life will be blessed, because every work can be done as a puja, as I said, no distinction between secular and spiritual. Secular, when we forget God, and spiritual, when we remember God. Every moment can be made spiritual by offering it to God and thinking of God. So this this bhakti practice is to be done, and different practices has been mentioned. I am at random talking about here and there, whatever comes to my mind, and not centered around the book. I was not prepared also.
Well, you had my lecture in front of you, no problem. I wasn't prepared either,
so what we can do in our day-to-day life, this is the point. Bhakti is the easiest way. And Narada says, Naradastu, as I said, that it is to be Mahatma Jnana. We should not forget the Mahima, the greatness of the object of our meditation. If we love Rama, what is the Mahima? Mahima is what is his glory. And that glory is the, ultimately he is the absolute truth. Satchidananda, ocean of love. Condensed. Ramakrishna said, in the ocean, sometimes in the cold, the water becomes frozen and takes a form of ice. So these are the all God's form we worship, we meditate. They are the forms of infinite ocean, concrete to us. So if we practice that and fall in love, it is easy for us to fall in love with, you cannot love the infinite ocean. Then you have to merge with the infinite ocean. But this is the devotees, they enjoy the infinite ocean of joy and to taste it more, taste. And how to taste it? To start with devotion, taking our spiritual ideal, we call Ishta Devata, and then focusing on that, getting the mantra from Guru, repeating the holy mantra, and that brings tremendous transformation in the life every day, because our mind becomes purer and purer and purer. Holy name, God's name is so powerful. When you take the name of the Lord, it unconsciously, it transforms our inner character, inner personality. See, and then that practice brings absorption. And that absorption is meditation. When we are doing, say, mantra repetition, the mind is distracted. If the mind is concentrated, meditation is happening automatically. And this Ishta Devata, when we meditate, we see the beauty of the body. Eyes see one true beauty. We find that that beauty is the image we worship. Look at any image, Makali's image, the Rama image, Krishna image, so spiritually uplifting. Look at that, the purity emanating from that. So when we focus on that, then gradually mind gets absorbed. And deeper absorption, what is spirituality, what is sadhana? What spirituality is absorption, absorption, absorption. In the path of yoga path also what they say? Pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. What are that? There only more absorption, more absorption, more absorption, more absorption. As much absorption will be inside, so much again we see the outside, the world filled with. But Bhakta always sees that this my beloved Lord is jaha jaha netra pare, taha taha Krishna spure. Bhakta, wherever the eye falls, it is all Krishna, 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 Krishna. That is the ultimate truth, no? Sri Ramakrishna used to see mother everywhere. Everyone. His Latu, that boy Latu was putting his hand like this, and Ramakrishna said, I see, it is Rama. Huh? Latu is sitting that I see Rama is waiting like this. These are the only costumes, but inside is Rama. So when we can make our progress like that, then Jnana, Karma, Yoga, Bhakti will all come, and the spiritual sadhana becomes intense, absorption comes, and absorption brings joy and connectedness, closeness to the Lord. And absorption makes us forget about the world. Jagat Mitha. Jagat Mitha automatically happens. We are not to do any sadhana. And Bhakti sadhana, if one gets really a little indrawn inside, and it really gets absorbed in the name. I have seen sadhus like that, which I remember many times that incident. Once I was in Benares and in the Vishwanath temple, and then there was not much crowd, so I did my worship, and then I was standing in one corner, and one sadhu, Ramayat sadhu, he was just entered with it, chanting it, Rama, 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 Rama. And he came and he is offering all bell leaf and water on saying Rama, 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 Rama. It's not Shiva, but doing the Shiva worship, but he's saying Rama, 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 Rama. There's nothing but Rama, 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 Rama. And then he came and stood by next to me. And I saw that he's saying with such fervor and such intoxicated mood. And I am feeling the thrill all over my body. So this is the point. It is nama japa. With intense, it means absorption. And absorption is close to taking us to gradually to the inner, deeper absorption means to samadhi. It can be total loss, want to lose into that reality. So all the results of the yoga, all the results of jnana, what we people do, it actually comes to in our life if we can practice bhakti. And that bhakti is easy to remember, easy to follow, because we love something, but we do not know why we love. Because God is there, that's why we love. We cannot love a dead body. I love someone, but the person is dead. Okay, you love. So the dead body is there, love. You don't love anymore because you have to quickly send it to mortuary. Because it is no more connected with the divine, what you are seeing so many days, that consciousness is gone, that love, that joy which is expressing through that personality, that is gone. So God is everywhere, but when we can impose this idea of God's presence in others, that becomes much easier for our spiritual life. And absorption, chanting, singing, dancing, these are all making festivity. These are different ways of students to practice devotion from one level to the other level. As much one goes inside, then they will be more absorbed thinking. As that sadhu I talked about, thinking of Rama, 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 name itself is taking him to another flight. His body was all having goosebumps, I saw. That the face is beaming with joy, only taking the name of Rama, Rama, Rama. So how much power is there in this practice? No? So this is the way we can think about practicing Bhakti Yoga. Now you can ask a question.
This what is it? Bhakti Sar or
Mukti Shar.
can you? What is Thakur said? Bhakti Shar. Bhakti is the
Bhakti
essence.
Sar.
What is the
Yeah.
essence of what? That's what started our contemplation.
Oh, Bhakti Sar. Actually, so, all your jnana, how can you love anything unless you have bhakti? How can you analyze? Why shall I see it is permanent, impermanent unless I have devotion for one object? Why shall I do any spiritual? Why shall I do anything? Why shall I cook? If I have no bhakti for eating, love for eating. The bhakti means, bhakti sar means about the 4 paths of jnana yoga, as I understand, jnana, karma, yoga, bhakti. Bhakti sar means, bhakti is the essence. Without bhakti, you cannot practice Vedanta. Without bhakti, you cannot practice meditation. Our meditation, we cannot meditate. Why? Analyze that. Because we don't have love for that. I love other things. When I am sitting for meditation, my mind goes to other things. I love that more than I love Thakur. I love God. But bhakti is the essence. So, your meditation is not possible unless you love God. Your vichara, analysis. Why I shall be engaging my time in thinking what is permanent, what is impermanent, what is eternal, what is non-eternal, why shall I think that everything is changing and I want the unchanging reality? Why shall I engage in self unless I find that is meaningful and it is essential for my life? I love that subject. So bhakti is essence for jnana yoga practice. Bhakti is essential for karma yoga practice. Karma yoga, why shall I do unselfish work? Fundamental point. Why shall I do? Because I am doing for God. If I do for God, then it becomes unselfish. But when I do for someone, expectation comes. I did it for you, you did it for me. Give and take, things come, and it becomes a bitter experience of karma as we are doing, and karma bhogam. Instead of karma being a yoga, it becomes bhoga. Karma, it becomes a cause of suffering. No? So, and karma jnana, but yoga. Yoga, I cannot meditate because of my mind is not. So, I think that is the purpose. Thakur said that we have to catch hold of devotion. devotion. Then where we apply, in which path we apply, that's a different thing. No yoga can be possible without bhakti, without love for that reality, which is to be achieved through these different methodologies. You can say something.
That's very good. I'm learning much new ideas.
Bhakti yoga. Now, if we see that our life cannot move on without bhakti. You see, look at our day-to-day life. We get up from morning for what? To get some joy. Joy through eating, joy through seeing, joy through traveling, joy through doing something for others. It is because of that attraction is the God's love. Love is the attraction for everything. People go for job. Why? To maintain their family. The love. This love is the key point. Love whom? We think we love our own children, or we love our own whatever, mom, dad, whoever is there. But why mom and dad? Well, who is there behind the mom and dad? Again, behind them, we consciously sometimes do not know. But behind all our love goes for God. What is that verse? Sarvo Deva Namaskaram Keshavam Pratigacchati. All salutation we do for anyone, it goes to Keshava, Lord. Similarly, all our action is centered around this devotion. No action is possible. You will not be able to, that's why the bhakti can be said as ananda. I think Upanishad says, Kahiva Annat, Kahiva Prannat, Jadishu Akashu Ananda Nasat. Ananda is the joy and bliss, no? That attraction for that, we are all running. You do a gardening. Why do you garden? Gardening? The gardening you do, you love. I love gardening. Why you love gardening? Because you do and you get the beautiful flowers are coming, the leaves are shining leaves. And if you do your service and you don't get anything, will you love doing the gardening anymore? Any activity we do, if there is no joy in it, can we continue? You may force me, you may goad me, but I will be most unhappy person, and I'm doing that. There is no joy in it. So all our actions is behind that is that love. Love is the key point. Love is the, and the whole world is bound. It is basically attraction. We are all attracted. Of course, not attracted. We are also repelled. That is also happening. That because we don't find our. I love someone. I do love someone, not that to that degree. Means my expectation level of love is somewhere. Says this standard is my expectation of love. If it is something more, I get overwhelmed. Oh my God, it's so great love, greater love, all that. And the expectation level goes down, and I don't get. Then I get, oh, I'm unhappy. I am unhappy. Happiness and unhappiness in calculation, it is only the gradation. In which grade? When we say this is the level of my joy, if we don't get that much joy, go little down, then you are unhappy. So, but love is the key point of our life, love is the key point of our existence. People love their own body and mind, that's why they want to live on. Sometimes they feel disgusted with this body's aches and pains and this, they want to give up, no? That love, the attachment which was, we call love is attachment. Attachment because it loves a simple, small thing. Attachment and love, what is the difference? Attachment is only limited to some small object. And love is for something. What is the definition that? Atmendriya priti ichha tare koi kam, Krishnendriya priti ichha dhare prem nam. When you, for my own enjoyment, that is called kama. People do something. For I am doing for Krishna, I am doing for all, I am doing for my Lord, that is called the prema. Prema and kama, two languages. Even Bhakti Sutra, there is a Radha and others. The others, prem, love is called, Radharani's love is called prema, because it is so expansive, there is no expectation of anything in return. pure love. What is the pure love? I don't want anything. I only want to serve you. I want to dedicate my life. Whether Sri Chaitanya says, Asiso Bapadoratang Pinastu. Oh Lord, if you want to kill me under your loving care, or you want to thrust me under the ground, it matters little, I love you. You are my beloved. So that is the unconditional love. And that unconditional love is prema. But when it is conditional, then it becomes kama. So this the same prema pointed towards a little petty identity object which is not connected with God and which is connected with God. These are the two distinctions, kama and prema. So love is the key point of all our endeavors, activities. We are here. We are all here. Why did we come? We have our little love for mother, or love for little which is there that has pushed us to come over here. Okay?
I have one more for Swamiji. In Bhakti Yoga, Swamiji defines Bhakti as love for Ishvara. Regular love is not called Bhakti. We use the word devotion in English to mean devotion to a cause or to a person. But Bhakti for Ishvara, and also in Sandalya, Bhakti Sutra says that extreme attachment for Ishvara is Bhakti. Ishvara. But we use also the term, we also use Guru Bhakti, right? So Bhakti is also used for Guru. You claim that type of Bhakti. What's Guru Bhakti compared to Ishvara Bhakti?
Guru Bhakti means love, but Guru why? Or to see, that's why Guru not as a human being. Guru Bhakti means it is God's manifestation. God has come down to me to take me in the path of infinite knowledge and wisdom and love through this murti. That's why looking at Guru as a human being is called lower type of thing. That's why Guru mantras, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara. Why they have given such definition of Guru? If Guru is a human being, then it will be kama, because it is limited to the person, and person has weaknesses. Person has all the frails and frivolities. No, it is because body mind oriented person. But no, I am not going to Guru for that, and that is not my Guru. My Guru is Akhanda Mandala Karam Vyaktam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sigurave Namo. Who is my Guru? Who has shown me the path, that reality. Akhanda Mandalakar, in the infinite expanse of this universe, Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaktam Yena, which is permeated by everywhere. That's Satchidananda Brahman, Anandam. That Ananda Brahman everywhere. He has shown me that path, I salute that Guru. So it is a Guru, not a person mostly, it is a spiritual entity, as if God's grace has come into our life as a compact form. Who is there so much kind to release me from my bondage of life? He is the person who came in my life to clear my all bonds and attraction and attachments and lead me to the life of freedom. So I salute them. So that is the, I think, Guru Bhakti. Guru not as, that's why never, it is said, never look upon your Guru as a human being. Then you will not progress in spiritual life. Guru Bhakti. And Guru Bhakti, with this attitude, Guru Bhakti takes us beyond. If it is not even a humanistic idea, if someone loves the Guru, because that will be little good, but that will not lead us to the freedom. And big, that's all another bondage will be created.
Swami, Ramakrishna tells us to approach God by have strong yearning for God.
Yeah.
Strong yearning. Now, what do you think about yearning and love? Are they the same, or what are your thoughts on that?
Love is the effect of yearning. Yearning, I want something. No? Without that I am lost. that yearning its impact is, or you can say both ways. Love and yearning are so interconnected that one leads to the other. Yearning, without yearning we don't have a love. And I love someone, my yearning will be for that. If I miss what I love, then I'll be sad. So yearning means restlessness for God, restlessness for the joy which God can give us. So their yearning and love, I think that probably the obverse and reverse of the same aspect of it. And yearning is a very, very blessed, blessed, what shall I say? One person who is yearning for God, he has reached God more closer to God. Who actually one before Sri Ramakrishna is to yearn for God. The sun is setting like this, we are all, the day is going on, we are happy with our life, no? The Ramakrishna is to see when the sun is setting, he will be upset, he will be restless, and he will be crying and weeping, Ma, oh mother, another day is gone, I have not seen you. And he used to start crying and weeping and his emotions get uplifted. So that's a pure heart can do that. And that's why bhakti, practicing bhakti will lead to that amala bhakti, pure bhakti. So this is the stages of development. But yearning and devotion, without yearning, devotion will not come. Without devotion, yearning is not. You can say the one leads to the other, or one is the manifestation of the other. Okay, thank you.
Jai Sri Guru Maharaj Ki Jai, Jai Ki Jai, Swamiji Maharaj Ki Jai, Jai Mahatma Bhattari, Dakshineshwari, Dakshinakara Ki Jai, Sarvadevananda Maharaj Ki Jai.
Thank you, Baba. Oh, I got whatever it came in my mind.
Yeah, the very good.
Right and left.
Fine arrangement.
So you should, I would request you all to think about the project which is going on, Mother's Place to acquire. So please come forward.
It's called the Shakedown.
Shake.
Many of you know we're only a few days away from our deadline to raising money to buy the property across the street. So that's what Swamiji has mentioned.
Yeah.
They're a great well-wisher.
And it is very important that if we miss that goal, then we may be losing. So please come forward and help in the mission.
Put this over here.
এখানে আরতি হবে না একটা আরতিটা দেখে যাই vegetable curry.
Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Om Ganapati Namaha Om Bhavati Kalim Kalima Pavasya Vasama Samskita Sarva Karmanikari Mangalam Gurudevaya Devimatriksha Mangalam Mangalam Bhakta Devyo Sarva Lokaya Mangalam Om Aim Atmatattam Shriyami Swa Mrim Vijatattam Shriyami Swa Om Klim Shivatattam Shriyami Swa Om Bring Klim Sarvatattam Shriyami Om Dar Vishnu Paramam Param Sarapashantu Suradeva Shaksharasadam Om Abhavijra Vitrova Sarvavastam Gitvapiva Jashri Kundari Kaksham Sabhe Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu Om Nayavita Mahakala Vairava Sahita Om Krim Devakshana Karavayava Mahanagarityam Namaha Nam Panyamakshana Madhye Madhyam Panyam Samarpayam Om Kring 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 Iram Panchadipa Mahakala Bhairava Sahita Om Kring Dakshina Kalga Kamat Mahadevi Panchadipa Tevam Darshiyami Namaha Jai Ma Jai Ma Jai Dakshina Kali ki Jai Ma Bhavatarini Dakshina Kali ki Jai Bhagavan Ramakrishna Paramahansa Deva ki Jai Jagannatha Sri Sharada Devi ki Jai Yugacharya Swami Vivekananda Maharaj ki Jai Purna Tirthurakkineshwar Dham ki Namah Parvati Pataye Hara Hara Hare Narmade
Guru Sakshat Param Brahman Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Akhanda Mandalakaram Yaktamena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Om Stavakaya Cha Dharmasya Sarva Swarupine Tavatara Virishtaya Ramakrishnaye Te Namaha Sharadam Devi Ramakrishna Jagadguru Padapadme Tayo Shridva Pranamami Muhurmuhu He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Kopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurami Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sudhe Devi Namaami Hari Priye Om Namah Shivaya Shantaya Karandraya Vedave Nivedayami Chatmanam Katistvam Parameshvara Kali Kali Mahakali Kali De Parameshwari Sarvananda Kare Devi Narayani Namostute Shri Ganesha Sharda Guru Jai Jagat Janani Rambe Jai Jagat Jai Nitai Gaur Radhe Shyam Japa Hare Krishna Hare Ram Nitai Gaur Radhe Shyam Japa Hare Krishna Hare Ram Nitai Gaur Radhe Shyam Japa Hare Krishna Hare Ram Radhe Shyam Japa Hare Krishna Hare Ram Nitai Gaur Radhe Shyam Japa Hare Krishna Hare Hare
Come. These are kirtan, expert kirtan singers.
Shri Hanuman Chalisa, Shri Kirtan Suraj, Nijamanku Sudai, Varnara Vimalis, Jodai Krupachari, Buddhi Tanuchaniki, Shuru Pawan Kamar, Buddhi Vidya Devu, Hanukale Shikar, Jai Hanuman Gyan Guru Sagar Jai Kapishati Aloka Kara Rama Buddha Vidya Rama Santari Vajra Bhavan Sujana Mahavir Tambakanti Jumati Vivas Sakti Sandi Kancana Varna Vrata Suvesa Samana Vajra Aska Vasu Vasu Kamire Sujane Usati Shankar Suna Kesari Namara Kesha Kama Jagavanta Yagana Jagavanta Vajra Veko Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya.
Rameshwaraya Shiva, Rameshwaraya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya.
Rameshwaraya Shiva, Rameshwaraya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya. Parvati Pataye Har Har
Karpurgoram karunavataram satsarasaram buddhikendradam sarvabhavantam hridayanande bhavam bhavani saritam namami tadeva mata jagata tumeva tadeva bandhu jasaka tumeva tadeva vidyan pravidam tumeva Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram Ramanarayanam Janaki Vallabham Janaki Vallabham Bhagavate Bhagavan Aate Nahi Bhagavate Bhagavan Aate Nahi Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram Ramanarayanam Janaki Vallabham Janaki Vallabham Keshavam Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram Ramanarayanam Janaki Vallabham Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram Janaki Vallabham Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram Janaki Vallabham
My voice is all gone.
I can turn up the microphone.
যতনে হৃদয়ে রেখো আদরিণী শ্যামা মাকে যতনে হৃদয়ে রেখো আদরিণী শ্যামা মাকে মন তুই দেখ আর আমি দেখি আর যেন কেউ নাহি দেখে মন তুই দেখ আর আমি দেখি আর যেন কেউ নাহি দেখে যত আদরিণী শ্যামা আমাকে কামারি রে দিয়ে ফাঁকি আয়ে মন বিরলে দেখি কামারি রে দিয়ে ফাঁকি আয়ে মন বিরলে দেখি রসনারে সঙ্গে রাখি সে যেন মা বলে ডাকে রসনারে সঙ্গে রাখি সে যেন মা বলে ডাকে আদরিনী শ্যামা আমাকে কুরুচি কুমন্ত্রী যত নিকট হতে দিও না কো কুরুচি কুমন্ত্রী যত নিকট হতে দিও না কো জ্ঞান নয়নে প্রহরী রেখো জ্ঞান নয়নে প্রহরী রেখো সে যেন সাবধানে থাকে আদরিনী শ্যামা আমাকে যতনে হৃদয়ে রেখো আদরিনী শ্যামা আমাকে কমলা কান্তের মন তাই আমার এই নিবেদন কমলা কান্তের মন ভাই আমার এই নিবেদন দরিদ্রে পাইলে ধন সে কি অযতনে রাখে দরিদ্রে পাইলে রতন সে কি অযতনে রাখে আদরিনী শ্যামা আমাকে যতনে হৃদয়ে রেখো আদরিনী শ্যামা আমাকে মন তুই দেখ আর আমি দেখি মন তুই দেখ আর আমি দেখি আর যেন কেউ নাহি দেখে আদরিনী শ্যামা আমাকে যতনে হৃদয়ে রেখো আদরিনী শ্যামা আমাকে আমায় দে মা পাগল করে ব্রহ্মময়ী দে মা পাগল করে আমায় দে মা পাগল করে আর কাজ নাই মা জ্ঞান বিচারে দে মা পাগল করে তোমার ওই প্রেমের সুরা পানে করো মাতোয়ারা তোমার ভক্ত চিত্ত হর ডুবাও প্রেম সাগরে আমায় দে মা পাগল করে ব্রহ্মময়ী দে মা পাগল করে আমায় দে মা পাগল করে তোমার এই পাগলা গারদে কেহ আসে কেহ কাঁদে কেহ নাচে আনন্দ ভরে তোমার এই পাগলা গারদে কেহ হাসে কেহ কাঁদে কেহ নাচে আনন্দ ভরে ঈশা মুষা শ্রী চৈতন্য তোমা প্রেমের ভরে অচৈতন্য ঈশা মুষা শ্রী চৈতন্য প্রেমের ভরে অচৈতন্য হাই কবে হবে মা ধন্য উমা মিশে তার ভিতরে আমায় দে মা পাগল করে ব্রহ্মময়ী দে মা পাগল করে আমায় দে মা পাগল করে স্বর্গেতে পাগলের মেলা যেমন গুরু তেমনি চেলা প্রেমের খেলা কে বুঝিতে পারে স্বর্গেতে পাগলের মেলা যেমন গুরু তেমনি চেলা প্রেমের খেলা কে বুঝিতে পারে তুমি প্রেমে উন্মাদিনী তুমি প্রেমে উন্মাদিনী উমা পাগলেরও শিরোমণি প্রেম ধানে করো মাধনী Kangal prem dasire amai padi ma pagul kuri. Brahmamai de ma pagul kuri amai de ma pagul kuri. Ar kaj nai ma gyan bichare amai de ma pagul kuri. Amai de ma pagul kuri. Amai de ma pagul kuri.
Oh, waiting at the center.
Give me some to give me some snacks.
We have our best chai maker.
It's all me. I got you.
Swamiji, the ashram is really used to cursing us for keeping you too long, so they're used to it.
Yeah?
The monastery is waiting for you?
Yeah.
They're used to this already.
But I am told that I am
I know. You can blame us.
But no,
We'll take the hits on it.
how did you do it?
She's in San Diego today. She's at a concert, a fundraising concert for something. You did so good. This is Neil, you're doing great. The next generation is
Good, how are you? Very nice to see you.
Oh, just make sure you're not in front of the camera lit. Sorry.